Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I want to give you guys an update on my life, where I am at with my goals, with my business, what I am focusing on both personally and the direction I want to take my business in, but also what I want to start using this channel or this platform YouTube for. If you follow me on Instagram, you will probably have noticed that I have been sharing more personal posts lately and delving into more like mindset related topics, how to overcome fears and how to overcome our own behavioral patterns and stuff like that. So I have been doing a lot of my own work personally. The last 6 to 12 months I have been heavily doing a lot of my own personal growth work, and I am at the point now where I really want to start sharing more about that. And I always have shared a little through Instagram, but it's easy for me to write about that stuff. I am very good at writing and makes sense. You know, I have a law degree, I'm a lawyer by qualification. I have a lot of experience in writing and articulating myself through words, and that also comes very naturally for me as a personality type as well. That's a whole nother discussion. But what is not easy for me is talking in front of a camera or in front of an audience. So for me, I don't think I've ever really used my YouTube to its potential because I haven't been ready to feel like I could actually sit down and talk about meaningful shit, essentially. That is a very abrupt way of saying what I'm trying to say here. I just haven't really been ready to kind of step into my power and actually share the real message that I have to share, if that makes sense. And a lot of you will know me as Sheena Jayne Fitness. I'm an IFBB Bikini Pro. I have competed in 30 professional shows. I've spent the last 5 years traveling all over the world competing and chasing that dream. And it's scary as someone who, that is my career, obviously my competitive career, but also my coaching career. So it's scary to sort of be like, hey guys, actually there's this whole other side of me. Like Sheena Jayne Fitness that's not it. And it's scary to do that because there might be people out there who they only wanted Sheena Jayne Fitness and they don't want the rest. So it's sort of this awkward phase where it's like the risk of starting to share more of myself as I peel back those layers and start to share more topics that are deeper, essentially. It may not be to all the same people that want to see my training videos, may not want to see that, and that's okay. That is okay. And I had to get to the point where I decided that that was okay and that it was a better idea to start doing this new thing that scares me, even if it means that I don't have all the same followers, or you know, I will be maybe losing some and attracting some new audience. So for those of you who just know me as Sheena Jayne Fitness, you may not know much about my life before bodybuilding, but I've sort of lived a whole other life before this one. I finished high school, went to university and got a Bachelor of Law with honours at the University of Otago in New Zealand, which is where I'm from. I finished my law degree when I was 21 years old and I started working as a lawyer. I did general commercial law and specialised commercial property. I did not like being a lawyer. In fact, I was miserable being a lawyer. I hated being a lawyer and I was very unhappy, very stressed, very anxious. I started actually studying while I was still working to qualify myself to start my own business, to start coaching, to start personal training, and left that whole phase of my life behind. I was also married. I also got separated, divorced. I also moved to America. So I have literally lived sort of an entire life that has nothing to do with Sheena Jayne Fitness as such, and that is kind of where I'm going to be picking things up, I guess. I will always be sharing workouts. I will always be sharing all of that stuff as well. But there is a lot more to me than that, and that is what I want to start sharing with you guys. And it's taken me actually getting to the point of being really uncomfortably frustrated with myself for not speaking up to get to that point that I'm now going to start actually doing this, because it's like the pain of actually staying there and staying safe and not speaking up is now less than the pain of jumping in and starting to make these videos. If you have been following me for a long time, you've probably witnessed quite a lot of my growth. If you read my Instagram posts, for example, you know, I always have posted quite a lot of in-depth stuff, but it's a lot easier for me to actually write about that stuff than it is for me to talk about that stuff. And I know that that's the next obstacle for me, to be able to talk about it, to be able to actually articulate the message in the depth that I want to, because I know through Instagram just not the right platform for sharing a lot of depth. So of course, if I stop being Sheena Jayne Fitness and I start being Sheena Jayne everything, there is this that people who just signed up for Sheena Jayne Fitness will not want to watch my videos anymore, will not want to follow me. But I'm okay with that. A lot of actually being ready to start making these videos, and a lot of being uncomfortable staying where I was actually me accepting myself and me overcoming some stuff that I had to overcome, so that I was just completely okay with who I am and not trying to be anything I'm not. And not that I have tried to be anything I'm not, but I think that there are things that I wasn't aware that I needed to overcome in order to make this breakthrough, if you like. You're probably asking yourself, why all of a sudden, after 5 years of just being Sheena Jayne Fitness, why all of a sudden am I now wanting to start talking to you guys a whole lot more? And that is a good question, but I need to take a drink before I can answer it. So some of you are probably asking yourself, why all of a sudden, why after 5 years of Sheena Jayne Fitness do I want to become Sheena Jayne everything, mindset coaching, helping you change your life? Because in the last year, I've had somewhat of a catastrophic explosion of heartbreak and hurt and all of those things that happen to you that make you actually really look at yourself, because you kind of have to go back inside, like, hang on a minute, before I thought that, or before I believed that, or before I valued that person's opinion more than my own, I had an opinion or a belief. When you get really hurt and you have to rebuild yourself and discover yourself, you learn a lot, and that is the reason why all of a sudden, after 5 years of Sheena Jayne Fitness, there is a lot more that I'm now ready to say, because I'm figuring it out and I'm ready to talk about it. I think as you move on from stuff and let go of stuff and overcome stuff, and old stuff falls away because it's not a thing anymore, it's not holding you back anymore, or it's not a thought pattern that's controlling you anymore, you kind of find yourself. So while I by no means profess to have overcome all of my own bullshit, I feel as though in the last couple of months I have overcome a significant amount of my own bullshit, and certainly enough to begin talking to you guys about valuable things that I have learned that you can apply in order to overcome your own bullshit and be better at being you. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video and catching up on where my head is at and where you can expect my YouTube channel to go in the future. For now, you can expect more of Sheena Jayne Fitness. You can expect workouts, you can expect recipes, you can expect fun, non-fitness related adventures when I have them. So I'm gonna wrap this one up. I will come back to you guys soon with another video. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions about anything that I have talked about, leave them below. Anything that you want me to make a video on, even if it's something that maybe you've read on my Instagram, maybe it's something to do with training or nutrition or competing or overcoming anxiety or I don't know, anything you want me to make a video on. I'm going to be making a lot more content now that I am editing it myself, and hopefully I get a lot better at making videos and being succinct and not talking crap, which is what I'm doing now, and I just tend to sort of trail off into the distance. And here we go. See you guys next time.